And we're back, and we're checking out this outfit. I only have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do that then. I don't like that. Okay. Unblock, what were you thinking? Have you any idea what you put your brother through? He has been worried sick. Both Hurdy and Ramza were right all along. I am a failure, a flop, a flailing flap, a floppish failure, Kupo. How could I play the part of a hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird? The audience would see right through me like the spineless jellyfish I am. Now wait, Montablock. Not everyone can be a hero, not even most heroes. Yes, the bards sing of the man who deals the final blow, but what of his cadre of loyal companions? Do you think Delita united Ivalice on his own? Do you think Yo here was alone when she liberated Alamigo? But of course they are not. Every campaign needs a brilliant architect. The mastermind who moves the pieces across the board. I, Montablock, can be that mastermind. That was quick. Let us not dwell on the details. The day is saved and Montablock has escaped sand, scratch, or single to show for it. We should return to the Prima Vista before our luck runs out. Please, this ship is a place of peace. Release my sister, or you will answer to me. When the cat's away. Put that damnable thing down, Ramza. You're not helping matters. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We only seek aid in fighting our leader, Bagaman. You seek our help? You who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never. Silence, Ramza. They have Alma. We will hear what they have to say. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. We only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer your journal as an act of good faith. This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the Aura site. You're saying that Crystal did something to our captain? After being emptied of Argoth's will, the Duma sought that of another state, its appetite for ether. You're saying the crystal ate our captain? Not his body, no, only his soul. His soul? Tell me, what in your opinion was your leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in the world? Why waste your breath reasoning with these lizards? They showed themselves for the beasts they are when they put a knife to your throat. First mole brats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison. The boy can call us what he pleases. For our past failings, we deserve no better. Your failings? 30 summers have come and gone, yet not a night goes by that I do not wake and sweat at the memory. We were fustlers in the Dalmascan army stationed in the royal stronghold at Nalbina. Nalbina fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the Fourth Legion proved to a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Dalmascan's morale and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. Oh, this is cool. Bagaman was our captain, and once it was clear the day would not be ours, Prince Razar, command of the garrison of Nabina, tasked him with one final mission. Our unit was to escort His Highness' twin sister, the Princess Ashleia, away from the fortress and thence to safety, but things did not go as planned. I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arms, but a stone's throw from where the Garum Scythe waterway drains into the sea. Even as the fog of death descended upon her, she smiled and told us, the very people who had failed her to survive for as long as even a single Dalmascan stood, our nation would never truly perish. But it should not have been us who have survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed the princess and her memory, and brought shame upon our race. So yes, we are not but cold-blooded lizards, deserving of whatever scorn you deign to heap on us. I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred towards the invaders of his homeland, coupled with self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Bagaman is little different from that which drove Argath, the selfsame emotions that were to nourish the Duma. Stop speaking in riddles, Charlene. She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster, or rather, more of one. Garlean lies. What they say is true. If we do not find Bagaman and Duman soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all? Wait, look at this. Something has been added to the final page of my journal. Then the captain must have put it there. Only he had access to it, until we found it in the pack he left behind, that is. Is this Dalmascan? Indeed it is. It says Ridorna. The lighthouse? Why would he write that, and in the old man's journal no less? There is a place on the Varnard Sea far to the south of Ravenastar, where the ocean trembles into a gaping maw more than a mom across the Redorna contract. Legend would have us believe that it is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Many a scholar seeking to prove otherwise have descended into the chasm, some even by airship, but not a one has returned. Do you know of Ridornia? Of course I know of Ridornia. Now, have I been there? No, cannot say that I have, Koopa. Ridornia? If it were up to me, we'd never go near the place. You see, we desert Muggles are not, how would you say, in our element around water. Alright, we cannot swim, sink like sledgehammers we do, Koopa. We've been Banga live long, another race would think it a blessing, but to me and mine it is a curse. More summers mean more suffering. It is all true. My brothers and I were fustlers to the royal family, and Bagaman was our captain. We only laid down our flintlocks once we realized our failure. Ever since laying hands on Duma, Bagaman has acted strangely. He began speaking to the stone as if it were Prince Razzler himself. At first, my brothers and I thought it was in jest, but he continued long after he thought us all abed. Tell me, is Ridornia truly as magnificent as they say? You have never been there, and there I was thinking you might have something to contribute. All that I know about Ridornia I learned during my lessons on Dalmascan geography, but no mention was made of ivalice and legend. While Principal Geronomus seems convinced of a connection, I believe I shall reserve judgment until more is known. Is there aught else you would ask of me? It appears yesterday's enemy is tomorrow's friend, but then where does that leave us today? The Banga who took us hostage were once royal rustlers. Whatever could have driven them to this life of villainy? My fellow Theospans are wont to claim that Ridornia Kantara is one-way gate to the seventh hell. Why, I am not about to take their word for it. Neither am I inclined to put their theory to the proof. Given what the Empire did to the Banga's homeland and the fact that we hail from you-know-where, do you think we should be worried? Experience has taught me that one ignores one's intuition at one's own peril, and something most definitely does not feel right about all this. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Not like a well-choreographed routine to see you through testing times. Oh, wonderful. A trip to the southern seas. Not that I will be disembarking, mind you. I will admit, since arriving here in the south, there has not been a dull moment. Not that life in Garlemald is dull by any means. Only that you foreigners seem to embrace chaos where the sane man would seek to prevent it. While I do not condone the brutish tactics employed by our trio of unwanted guests, I feel it would be remiss of me not to commend them on their immaculate musculature. I must admit to knowing little of Ridornia save that which Lady Makoto shared with us. Before we expend valuable time and resources traveling to so remote a place, I must review my notes and see if there is any mentions of the abyss. We shall share our findings as soon as we learn aught of interest. Our studies reveal that Ridornia is the name of both a massive gap in the southern Valor Sea and the lighthouse once manned by the Royal Dalmascan Navy to prevent ships from succumbing to the contract's currents. I stress once manned, as the tower has lain empty since its candlekeeps abandoned their post after the fall of Rabanastar, but if Pharaoh Cyrus offers any indication of what can befall a lighthouse in the absence of its caretakers. Yes, but the real question is how all of this ties in with the Ivalician legend. A cursory examination of the Zodiac grave story reveals no mention of a Ridornia. Yet it seems foolish to assume that a name could not change in the centuries since the tale was writ. So I thought to cross-reference texts on modern Lisberian history with our translators of the Durai papers, and after an exhaustive re-examination of my ancestors' notes, I discovered that there was not a single entry on Redornia. And while mention of the Valnard Sea was abundant, I found no reference whatsoever to any cataract or lighthouse within its waters. Ramsa's discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there was no mystery at all? What if, at the time of the Leda's rise, the chasm did not yet exist? There is more, but only a visit to the lighthouse will enable us to confirm our theories with any certainty. It is as Ramza said, only by visiting the lighthouse will we be able to confirm our theories. Okay. Same dialogue, right? More, why the sudden reluctance to reveal their suspicions, a lack of certainty never stopped Ramza from pronouncing on things in the past, or his father for that matter. We are bound to the lighthouse then? Of course we are, but try and tell me if this has anything to help Banga. Okay, that's the same dialogue. So. The Redornia lighthouse lies far from civilization. You would be wise to provision for the trip here in Hangashi. Of course. Something is very wrong here. Mayhap it is best if we split our fellowship into two parties, one to delve into the tower's depths, and one to observe from afar. As acting expedition sub-leader, I appoint you captain of the first. You may use this spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. Damn it, brother. Where are you? Captain, Captain, give us a sign. Shivering? Me? My fur is simply standing on end from all the ambient ether. Yes, ambient ether in the area. Can't you feel it, Kupo? Where in the king's name are you hiding, Captain? Don't worry, Captain. This lot are with us. They won't hurt you. Where are you, man? You found him? Let me see. He needs our help. Prince Vassar, Prince Ashlea, I know you cannot forgive me. Nor should you. It is all my fault. I could not save you. Could not save anyone but myself. I am so sorry. Bagam, wait. Traitors, have you no pride? You treat the very men who laid waste to our homeland? You are mistaken, brother. There are no Imperials here. We've come to help. Man, it's tripping. I know what I see. My own kin sided with the enemy. How dare you stay my audience with the princess? The Duma? It is him, Kuko. It's showing him what he wants to see. Witch, murderess. No. Gunfire? Okay. Bagaman. So this is the end. Recite these words, satisfy the covenant, relinquish thy soul unto me, and be granted that which thou desire most in all the world. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. Look at me, brother, look at me. In sword etch he his fading memories. Don't you die, not yet. In stone his tempered skill. We promised we'd all go together when our time came. You can't leave us here. By sword attested, by stone revealed. That light, where have I seen it before? Oh no. Ugh. Whatever you are doing, you need to leave the lighthouse right away. Right away, do you hear? I was fully prepared to fend off the abomination when he vanished, Kupo. I dare say he took one look into my eyes and lost the will to fight. Don't you tell me he's gone. He's not. He's stronger than that. He's the strongest Bangai you'll ever meet. He'll tear his way out of that Lakavi and crush it under its foot. There can be no doubt now. In the wrong hands, the Urusite is a danger to us all. Something must be done, and quickly. Had Bagaman not stolen the Duma, he would still be alive today, and we would not be faced with confronting another Lakavi. The lizard only has himself to blame. The captain's dead. I saw the light leave his eyes, and now we're alone. I will not believe that there is nothing left of Bagaman and Bagaman in that creature. We can still save him. We can. According to Father, the Durai papers speak of the Urusite as a holy stone, but I see nothing holy in what it did to Argath and Bagaman. A most interesting twist. I had assumed the Urusite would act more swiftly upon the weak-willed, but mayhap I was mistaken. Could it be that the opposite is true? That those possessed of strong will are more susceptible to its influence, not less? There are so many questions. But we are not entirely without answers. Is there aught else you wish to know? I think my brothers had more than enough fun for one day, Kupo. Perhaps it's time for a sleep spell. Alright, make it a sleep. 3. It is as we feared. Bagaman's soul is lost. Much as I wish otherwise, I fear Bagaman is beyond saving, yet we cannot suffer what is left of him to become a distraction. Father, I know not the time to abandon this quest. We are meddling with forces beyond. Enough, Alma. We adults are talking. While Yo was searching for the lizard, I inspected an area exposed foundation at the base of the lighthouse. Yo, fuck Ramza. And? And Genovis for not doing anything. And you were right, Father. The lighthouse is built squarely atop the ruins of what can only be the clockwork city of Gouge. The what work city of who? According to the Zodiac grave story, the clockwork city of Gouge was a metallic metropolis wherein airships, automata, and other technological marvels of the age were first conceived. Little is said about its location, however, save that it was far away. While the Durai papers do not say a great deal more, they do mention that the land upon which the legendary city was built was severely limited, an inconvenience that forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. Which led me to ask myself, what if the reason land was limited was because the land in question was an island? But that still would not explain the omission of the contract. It is inconceivable that the authors would neglect to mention so prominent a landmark had existed, and then I found it, a lone passage regarding Gouge's fall. While the particulars were missing, it appears the city was abandoned after an explosion left half of it in ruin. I believe this explosion may have undetermined a portion of the seabed. It needs only have been a smaller area at first, one that could well have gone unnoticed during the Exodus. As time passed, however, the waters would have continued to wear away the rock, slowly widening the gap until we have what lies beneath us today. This would explain why there is no mention of Redornia prior to the present era. Come, Father, will you not tell them the rest, or if there is of the possibility that we Gallians are descended in part from the displaced citizens of Gouge? It would explain how the Empire was able to forge its armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Allegan technology. And it may also explain why the legend of ivalice has resonated with our people for centuries, despite the fact that the Lost Kingdom was, as far as we can tell, in quite a different corner of the world. An interesting, if somewhat ambitious theory, but to return to your original claim, it is your belief that Redornia's lighthouse stands atop what is left of that necklace. Where did you get it, girl? This was my mother's. Your mother's? It was my late wife's most cherished possession. Why do you ask? Bagaman had a talisman he would wear beneath his jerkin. He refused to take it off even when bathing. He said it was special. I only saw it a few times, but it looked exactly like the one your daughter wears. And what are you implying, Lizard? That my sister stole it, or my late mother? Neither. I spoke of their similarity, that is all. Can you believe the nerve of this boy? Enough, Ramza. Our guests are merely concerned for the well-being of their kin. But what of our kin? What of them, Ramza? Do you imagine our kin to be better than theirs in some way, or anyone else's for that matter? I... I apologize, Father. We have but one purpose, son, and that is to prove the existence of ivalice and clear our family's name. Do not allow anger or hate to lead you from that path. Now we have a lost city to explore. Okay. While it may seem that I only call upon you when danger rears its ugly head, I assure you nothing could be further from the truth. You seem unconvinced. Perhaps we should speak of this upon your return from the Clockwork City. Since my fool of a brother insists on going ahead with this farce, you have a responsibility not only to ensure that he returns safely, but that he does so a full-fledged warrior. Though I'd settle for the return safely part if push came to shove, Kupo. My heart cries out to join you on your journey into the depths of Gao. But my head tells me that I would not pay for the privilege with my life. I have received no martial training, Yo. Whatsoever wonders await you, my place is here on the Prima Vista. Now, is there aught you wish to know before disembarking? This necklace, why is it so special? I'm frightened, Yo. I will not believe there... Okay. First lesson, now God, what other wonders might slumber beneath our very feet? Oh, you thought I might be joining you on your journey into the heart of a 1,000-year-old nest of fiends? Sorry to disappoint, Yo, but a detailed account of any swashbuckling upon your safe return will suffice. Or failing that, a body... That would make for quite a story. Damn. Don't you tell me she's... Yep. Now is not too kind to get in a frizzle, Montblanc. Breathe, breathe. I am a warrior of legend. I am a warrior of legend, Koopa. Actually, how long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. Okay, there's one other thing I wanted to do. I only do this thing. I'll be right back. Actually, nah. I'm just gonna go ahead. Fuck yeah. First try. What happened? Why do you all look so exhausted? Oh, my dear Sauron, I knew you had potential, but it would seem I grossly underestimated your capacity for chaos. In any case, despite this unexpected turn of events, I should like to declare this training session a success. Let us take a moment to collect ourselves. Confound it, betrayed by my own carbuncle yet again. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I feel so very tired. Truth be told, this comes as a relief, though Sauron's present strength pales in comparison to that of Byakuya and myself. We now know for certain that his potential is extraordinary. I struggle to believe I could ever wield such power. All who were strong were once weak, Sauron. I am no exception. Until I met Tenzin, I was no more than a floundering turtle you see before you. You never did tell us how you fell in with him. Well, if you wish to know the details. Long, long ago, when I had lived 100 or so years and had only just begun to become something more, I received my first vision, a terrible calamity, one that would claim the lives of countless innocents, was imminent. But what was a little turtle to do? For while I had seen the future with crystal clarity, I was powerless to stop it. I could but look on, helpless as cities burned and men died. So it was for centuries until one day. After 500 years, I had grown stronger, more reckless. I believed I could make a difference, so when I foresaw a landslide that would bury a nearby village, I ventured forth to warn the people. Alas, while they were quick to discern I was no common animal, they could make no sense of my panicked failings. To them I was a queer, dancing turtle, a source of considerable amusement, for I knew not the words of men, and so my warnings fell on deaf ears. It would be no different, yet again they would die. The people turned and walked away, bored with the fleeting amusement. With a heart fit to burst with sorrow and despair, I made a quit to the village. Just then I heard a voice kind and gentle. Little one, you look troubled. Tell me what burdens you so. Though I knew he was addressing me, I doubted you would understand. Still, I told him of my vision, of the landslide. I knew I would bury the would bury the village and everyone in it, and my vain attempts to warn them. Your kindness is only surpassed by your bravery, little one. Fear not, I, Tenzin, and my comrades Byakuya shall act in your stead. As Tenzin drew his sword, a great white tiger emerged from the wild. Shall we give them the show? He whispered to the beast, which inclined its massive head over so slightly in response. They then ran into the center of the village and began to fight as if they were bitter enemies intent on killing one another. blade and fang flashing, too fast for the eye to follow. The two broke apart for an instant, and Tenson bellowed, "Hearken to me. The white demon thirsts for the blood of man, and if you value your lives, flee this place. Seek shelter in the next village." Needless to say, the bewildered village gathered up whatever was at hand and ran screaming, too terrified to even look back. As the three of us watched them go, I heard the white demon mutter, "You know full well I have not once tasted man flesh." The village was later destroyed in a landslide as I had foreseen, but for the first time I had managed to make a difference. Thereafter we became traveling companions and close friends. I shared with them my visions, and together we labored to savor those we could. On the eve of what may perhaps be the greatest calamity I have ever foreseen, I feel Tenson's absence keenly. Nevertheless, we must carry on. You may not have him, but you've got Yo, and you know she's no slouch. Oh, indeed I do. For this blessing we are grateful beyond measure. Right then, Soroban, we must resume your training at once, ere we forget the lessons of your time as an auspice. Yes, of course. Getting back to it, in that case I should return to the mountain of paperwork in Kagane I've been doing my best to ignore. Oh, and Soroban, I left a Takoyaki with Kamashi for safekeeping. You're not to get any until you've earned it. When next we call upon you, Yo, I expect it will be to deal with one of my comrades. Shirk not your own training, for it will not be easy. Under these circumstances, I do not think I will have the time to return to Tenmazu for even a short spell. If you would be so kind as to inform the elder. When the time comes, I will send for you, Yo. Be ready for whatever lies ahead. I'm not going anywhere, I promise. A pleasure, Yo. Did you have the chance to visit with Soroban? How fares he with his training? Extraordinary. He has always been diligent and hardworking, but even so, to think he is blessed with such incredible potential, I cannot help but wonder who else among us might be possessed of similar abilities. Yet I understand his trepidation. With great power comes great responsibility. As is often said, we may need to keep a closer eye on him to ensure he does not succumb to fear and attempt to flee his training. How kind of you to pay us a visit, yo. Now I need not summon you. But a moment ago a certain surly cat returned with another missive addressed to you. See for yourself. Brave adventurer who stood fast and quelled the raging armada of my comrade Byakuya, the time has come for you to return to Raisin Temple. I presume the auspices of Hell's Lid have need of you once more. If so, give my regards to them and dear Sarabon. Do let me know how Sarabon is doing. We cannot help but worry about him, even if we know he is in good hands. Well met, yo, well met, but wait, where's the little urchin go, for whom I have grown so fond? It would be remiss of us to proceed without her, would it not? Why not summon her with that trinket of yours, your link pearl? Hello? Yo, is that you? Huh? Right now? Very well, if you insist. What wondrous things these link pearls. Now then, let us wait until your friend arrives. I'll be right back. Okay. Yo, Gumbu. Good of you to join us, little urchin girl. You know, there is such a thing as a running joke into the ground, as running a joke into the ground. It pleases me to inform you that thanks to your assistance with his training, Soroban's strength has grown by leaps and bounds. Ere long we may count him among our most formidable warriors. Out of curiosity, where is Soroban anyway? Engrossed in a very special exercise, I'm afraid. Trust me when I say he would not want you to see him in his current state. Working up a sweat, no doubt. Glad to hear it. But I called you here not to discuss our coach and friend. The words have grown weaker. We are sieging Karu's inevitable escape. Before he breaks free, the four lords must marshal their strength. And so, I must entreat you to quell the raging armada of a dear comrade once more. A fight, is it? That's where our warrior of light shines. Who's our opponent this time? See for yourself, she should be joining us shortly. Oh, it has been too long, elder brother. Several hundred years by my reckoning. Am I to assume you have kept your silent vigil all this time, Suzaku? Let us not speak of such things. You bade me come hither for another purpose. That I did. Karo's words grow weaker by the day, and the calamity he would visit upon us draws nigh. The four lords must join their strength together once more. And to that end, this warrior would unburden my tortured soul. Just so. Hers is a power far surpassing that of a mortal man. She is heir to the legacy of Tenzin. Brother, how dare you compare me to this creature, to that shining paragon of virtue, of kindness? You sully his memory. And you dare think yourself his equal, his better, then I will put you to the proof, and when you fall, it will be a fate most deserved. Turn back if you would not have it be so, or join me in misery. Compared to Byakuya, she seems much more angry. The Armada feeds upon her grief and feels her rage. She yet mourns a love lost, but it is not my place to speak. Go to her, brave warrior, and learn the truth of her heart. Forgive her, my friend. She knows not what she says. Be careful, yo. I don't think she's going to go quietly. You crave battle, then, even if it brings you death? Out of duty, you pit yourself against enemies even stronger. Without hesitation, without fear, you muster your courage and... No, you were not even a pale shadow of his glory. There was but one man fit to wear the mantle of a hero, and he has long since passed from this world. If so, then the Ruby Sea will be consumed by Korzu's fiery judgment, and we, her sworn protectors, will have failed in our duty. Is Tenzin's memory so sacred that you would doom this land out of spite? Oh, Byakuya, do you not see? Before I called you brother, I was but a bird who loved a man. Perhaps that was all I was ever meant to be, for I can book no replacement at my side or in my heart, not so easily as you. Have you forgotten his final moments? How he fought and died to defeat Koryu? How he sacrificed himself before our very eyes? How dare you speak to me like that? Every detail is forever seared in my mind's eye, a blackened scar upon my soul. How could I possibly forget? Nor should you. Nor will I forget every day we spent together on the road. But to exalt the past over the present, to live life in mourning and never move on, is to dishonor his memory. How dare you speak to me of dishonor, you who have opened our home to this pretender? I see her plainly, how she has wormed her way into your hearts, mimicking Tenzin's manner, poking herself in his scent, seeking to supplement Tenzin in our minds. Listen to yourself, my sister. The Armada has driven you to see Oni in shadows. Let it be quelled before your soul is forever lost. Only to Tenzin will I entrust my soul. Only his love will I accept. You have nothing to fear from me. He said, "Oh, Tenzin, very well, but I will brook no delay. I will await you in the depths, in my place of mourning, and when it is ended, I shall mourn you too." Forgive her, Yo. She is yet consumed by her failure to save Tenzin all those years ago. Her regret is a festering wound. The love she bore him gave her strength once. Alas, though it is the Armada has purchased in her soul, it feeds on her grief and despair. 'Tis plain that your presence troubles her as well. She senses your blessing, and it reminds her of him. There were moments when she looked on you with a fire in her eyes. When she gives herself to the Armada, she may surrender to her delusions as well. If so, do not be alarmed by what she says. Stand fast and free her from her torment. Be warned, she commands many powers, including the ability to manipulate geomantic currents. Only by remaining observant will you survive. Okay. If anyone can make Suzuki see reason, it's you. Good luck. Be careful, Yo. I don't think it. Wouldn't do for a guardian stuck on a mountaintop to lose his touch, am I right? So every now and then I'd come down to visit Byakuya and goad him into a sparring match. I tell you, they're not called the Four Lords for nothing. Even when I gave it my best shot, he won, easily. And you know what makes it worse? I know he was going easy on me. Gosh, she's pretty. Listen here, you. I know you got to quell her Armada and all that, but be sure to do it gently, you hear? Remember, do not lose sight of your surroundings when you face Suzaku. If you would overcome the trial she set before you, you must remain observant. Okay. That's cute. Alright. Well, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I got this. I got this. And I got this. Got 3 pathways I can go. I'll probably do this next, just because it's part of 3, and I'm already deep in it. But I don't know, I might do the trial. We'll see. Tomorrow's another day. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good night.